guys, we have an urgent breaking news coming out. Another strong earthquake rocks the Philippines. A 6.2 magnitude earthquake. Do me a favor, please pray for the people in the Philippines. Pray for them and pray for other countries nearby. There's definitely a lot of shaking going on in those regions. Another strong earthquake struck the southern Philippines late Saturday, just a day after two major tremors hit Davao Oriental. Now, two Philippine institutes said the 6.2 earthquake occurred at 14:32 GMT off the coast of Gagwait, Surigao del Sur, at a shallow depth of 10 kilometers. Remember, guys, yesterday there was a twin earthquake, a 7.6 and I believe a 7.2. I mean, those are monster megaquakes. And then right after that, you got all these aftershocks. And you got this 6.1, actually 6.2, that rocked the region. All right, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Give me a second. Let me take you to the USGS earthquake map. That is the one right there. It was downgraded to a 6.0, 59.3 kilometers. Give me a second here. There's a possibility. That's give me a second here. There might be another 6 point plus here. Actually, no. Okay, so that's the one right there. All right, so everything else is like 5.5, 5.0, 4.6, 4.7, goes on and on and on. All right, so this is the big one for today, 6.0, which was that happened not too long ago in the early. It happened on Saturday. Now, I want to go to this area really quick. We're going to go to the Drake Passage. All right, so this one was a 7.4, if I'm not mistaken. 7.6. Yikes. Man. All right, so you guys already know there's some earthquake going on in various places. Strong magnitudes. All right, so it says here, so tremors were also felt in Davao City and nearby areas, sparking concern among residents still reeling from earlier earthquakes. Authorities said they are assessing possible aftershocks and damage. Now, meanwhile, more than 66,000 families were affected by two twin powerful earthquake that struck the southern Philippines hours apart on Friday, according to officials and local media. Again, you have experts are sounding the alarm, and I did post a video about the big one out there in California. Actually, they're talking about two big ones, the Cascadia and the San Andreas fault line. These two could snap at the same time, and they're calling it the big one, X2. All right, so they're urging everyone out in the West Coast to have emergency kit. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but again, experts are saying that. ABC7 put out the information. So we are definitely seeing some great shaking happening in various places around the world. Davao Oriental Governor Nelson said Saturday that around 100 houses were destroyed and about 500 others were partially damaged. Now remember, guys, these houses, a lot of them is like made out of clay, or again, it's not earthquake proof like California and stuff like that, but a lot of their homes is like villages. The Davao Oriental Gov in the country's worst hit region has declared a state of emergency. Excuse me, guys. I truly apologize. I was out there working on the grass, and I guess I got allergy. Give me a second here. All right. So according to the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, hundreds of people evacuated to safe areas after their homes were damaged. And it's not only houses, but there were multiple hospitals. They had to evacuate the patients because the building, it was not in good condition, and it was shaking a lot. At least 8 people were reported gone. A second earthquake, measuring 6.7 in magnitude, struck off the southern Mindanao region just hours after a 7.4 magnitude trembler hit the same area, triggering a tsunami warning that was later lifted and prompting coastal evacuations. Authorities have yet to release a complete assessment of damage to infrastructure and agricultural. Now, more than 800 aftershocks were recorded as of Saturday, while another 5.8 earthquake jolted waters of Davao Oriental. 800 aftershocks. Wow. That is huge. Look at the walls. Man. Wow. I do have this information here I want to bring up too. So they downgraded to a magnitude 6.0. All right, so the USGS reported the tremor to occur at a depth of 59 kilometers, that's 37 miles, and about 10 kilometers from Gagawait town in the province of Surigao del Sur. Now, there were no immediate reports of casualty from the earthquake. The duration of the earthquake was not that long, just around 30 seconds. But it was so sudden and so strong, our pots here in the fire station fell in our kitchen. Man. It goes to tell you that this thing was possibly a little stronger. Rescue and fire authorities were conducting a joint assessment of the damage. We cannot say the extent of the damage at this point, if there are many, because it's already night and it's dark here. Now, it was not yet clear if the 6.0 magnitude quake in Surigao del Sur was an aftershock of the 6.7 and the 7.4 magnitude tremor that struck of many towns in Mindanao region a day ago, which have taken at least 8. Now, the series of earthquake came just days after a magnitude 6.9 earthquake has taken 75 and injured more than 1,200 in Cebu province in central Philippines, according to Gov data. Earthquakes are a near daily occurrence in the Philippines, which is situated on the Pacific Ring of Fire, an arc of intense seismic activity stretching from Japan through Southeast Asia and across the Pacific Basin. An 8.0 magnitude earthquake off Mindanao Island's southwest coast in 1976 unleashed a tsunami that left 8,000 people gone or missing, the Philippines' deadliest natural disaster. All right, so that's the latest update, but give me a second here, guys. All right, so let me go on X and see if we can find any more updates here. Once again, here's some of the new videos. A magnitude 6.0 earthquake struck Mindanao near Aras Asan Surigao del Sur. Philippines. And it happened on October 11th. At the same time, guys, I did show this video. There are thousands of birds, um, and this happened before the 7 point plus earthquake. But I just feel like these birds, again, remember, guys, animals are gifted. They have these instinct that they know something big is going to come. Again, dogs, cats, they know when earthquake is gonna strike. All right, way before it happens, they know it, and it seems like because of the the shock wave, the movement, possibly the sound barrier. I mean, they could sense that. They could sense that, and they are gifted with these instinct, and gives us a heads up. There was a video of this one dog. It was in the office, and people were making calls. I guess they were like sales representative, and there was this one dog in the office. He was just laying down and sleeping, and then all of a sudden he got up and ran, and then everybody just turned around with their phone and stuff, and then all of a sudden, boom, the building started shaking. There was an earthquake. So that dog knew that there was going to be an earthquake. So it's very important to look out for these signs. Remember, guys, when God created the heaven and the earth, the first living creatures that he created was not Adam. It was the animals. And remember, the animals, they were first to enter the ark. Again, they just enter the ark. They have that instinct. They were commanded by their creator, God Almighty. They enter the ark. It's not like Noah went and grabbed one male chicken and one female chicken. They just entered the ark. They knew. All right, so again, this is a very important update here, guys. We are praying for the people in the Philippines. Let me look at this one here. Wow. Sending prayers to the people out there in the Philippines. This is the latest update. Magnitude 6.0 earthquake hits off southern Philippines. USGS reported. I think there's another one. Give me a second here. Yeah, it's a 6.0. Alright, so that's the one right here. They just downgraded. 6.0. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.